Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We just finished up our fourth series of cutting on this Silvopasture / TSI. We are leaving the trees about 25 to 30 feet, and there's some spacings in here that are 50 to 70 feet just because there wasn't anything left to save. But we're really getting some nice shiitake logs and tons of firewood. We're going to have, I don't know how many pickup loads of firewood in here. We're leaving these long pieces. Those are too big for shiitakes. They'll make some awful good firewood, but we're leaving them long intentionally so I can just come in with my grapples and grab those with my tractor. It'll set them on a trailer. Got a spot back at Judy Farm that's kind of sets back against the timber, and we can unload them all over there and cut them. And so all the sawdust, this is going to make a mountain of sawdust. We've probably got, I don't know, a couple hundred of these just odds and ends right here. They're just too big for shiitakes. You could put a shiitake log in that, but man, they're heavy. And we found out that you actually grow more shiitakes, mushrooms, on something like those. See, those are 4 to 6 inches, which is just perfect. And we cut ours a little longer than normal. A lot of people cut them 3 foot. I like cutting mine 4.5 to 5 feet. It makes a lot better teepee because, you know, we put them like that in a basically an X, well, like that, an X, kind of a Y, X teepee shape. We got a lot of, we got one pretty good today. I mean, we cut for 2 hours, got over here at 1:30, and it's 3:30, and we're gonna go move the mob and get things positioned for the winter storm that's coming at us. They're saying we're gonna get anywhere from 8 inches to 30 inches. So if you're a weather forecaster, you got a pretty good job. You can just put out anything out there, and I mean, if you forecast it between 8 and 30 inches, you might hit it. I don't know, but I'd say they're going to get more accurate tomorrow. But it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and we got to sort some calf pairs off tonight. We made this sale several months ago, and the weather just hasn't been conducive to hauling livestock. So our hauler's coming in the morning, and he's going to take those up. But we got to get them sorted out tonight and brought up to the weaning pen, so that in the morning when it's raining, all we got to do is walk them in the crowd and load them. But you can see there is a lot of, that one fell out in the pasture, and of course with the grapples, I can go in there and gather all those limbs up and probably get all that in about 2 clumps. Is a ton, but you can see what's in front of us there, and then you can look back behind us there. Can y'all see a difference? I think you can. Get them all painted, David? So what we're using is a 1/4 crossbow with 5 gallons of diesel. Of course, the dead ones, that's a dead tree there. You don't have to paint that. I'm just going to walk over where I stopped at. Hey, David, here's a couple over here. I'm going to make sure you get those. If you don't paint them, the darn things will come back and you have 25 sprouts on them. And then that stump doesn't even begin to start dying. It'll be there for, oh, it'll just grow back. It'll grow back more trees. Yeah, you can see, we still got to go into there. This is where we stopped, and this is where we got done. Man, it's just piles of shiitakes in here. I bet you we've got, I don't know, probably close to 600 logs cut now. The 5 foot, 3 to 8 inch. And see, I even cut them down. Some of these are only, I mean, this one right here. You look at this log, you're like, Craig, why are you keeping that one? Well, if you look at the end of it, there's a lot of sapwood in there. Folks, that little log there, because it's oak, it'll probably last 3 to 5 years. And every time it fruits, it's going to grow a pound of mushrooms. You know, it's $10 a pound. If you fruit that 3 times a year, that's $30 a year for that one log. Are y'all starting to see why we're excited about shiitakes? I mean, you can take junk trees like this. These are junk. And you can do that. And then, of course, all this other stuff is firewood. You see how most of the trees were together? See the trunk on that? It's dead in the middle. And a lot of them are like that. Now this one was funny. So I cut a log out of that. I got a 10-footer out of that. That's kind of the abnormal. Most of them have got a rotten spot in the middle of them. So what we do is we cut off, like that one there, I cut off 3 foot, and then I got a log out of it. A saw log. But, Connor and Isaac have been working over in there. And boy, they've got a bunch of stuff down too. My goodness. It's really starting to look nice. We get all this brush out of here and all this logs and things, it's gonna look a lot different. But we've got a natural hump down there right at the edge of that field. I think I'm gonna build one big long brush pile along there and get it good and thick for the habitat. See, all this stuff will be moved. That's a big pile, but it would take 3 people probably 20 minutes, no more than that, probably 30 minutes to move that pile clear over there at the edge of that field. Once I get all these logs out of here, I can come up with those grapples, and in 2 clamps, I can move about 1,000 pounds of brush right there and not get out of the tractor. I mean, those grapples are unbelievable. When I first bought them, I was excited about it. I just knew it was going to save my back. And, you know, look at that pile. That's a huge pile. I can get that one in probably, I don't know, 3 clamps. It's crazy. You see my tires on the front. It is a 4-wheel drive tractor, so it's got the real heavy hubs. And I poured the front tires full of rubber. So they're solid rubber. You won't get a flat. There's another big old brush pile. There's just a ton of firewood in here. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. We're gonna go sort some cow-calf pairs off tonight. And we're excited about how this is turning out. It's looking pretty good. And we can't wait to get it done and see what it looks like finished. Everyone have a good one, and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you down the road, and be safe.